Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. This is the fourth news on 2nd February newspaper front page dawn. Government bulldozes CPEC authority bill through National Assembly. Speaker refuses to give opposition members the floor to speak on issue of price hike by Amr Hussain. Islamabad, helped by National Assembly Speaker Asad Khaser, the government on Monday hurriedly passed three bills, including the one seeking establishment of the China-Pakistan Economic Corridor (CPEC) authority, amid ruckus of the opposition members. Besides the passage of the bill's advisor to the Prime Minister on Parliamentary Affairs, Babar Aman also laid two ordinances, including the Anti-Raid Investigation and Trial Ordinance 2020, before the House as the opposition members continued their noisy protest in front of the dais of the Speaker after he refused to give them the floor to speak on the issue of price hike, with particular reference to the recent increase in prices of electricity and petroleum products. As soon as the Speaker gave the floor to Mr. Awan for tabling the ordinances soon after the question hour, the opposition members stood up and demanded the floor, stating that they wanted to speak on the government's decision to increase the prices of petrol and diesel. After the advice laid, the ordinances made noisy protests by the opposition and presented the CPEC authority bill for consideration. The Speaker gave the floor of Syed Naveed Qamar of the Pakistan People's Party (PPP), asking him to speak on the proposed legislation, but he instead but he insisted that the opposition should be allowed to speak on a price hike before taking up the legislative business. Mr. Kamal also protested over the placement of the opposition's submitted adjournment motion regarding the increase in the prices of electricity in the country on the agenda of the legislative business. The Speaker, however, ignored Mr. Kamal's suggestion and started reading the bill clause by clause, prompting a protest by the opposition members who gathered in front of the dais of the Speaker and started raising full-throated slogans against the government as well as the Speaker. Some of the members tore copies of the bills and agendas and threw the pieces into the air. The opposition raised slogans like "Sharam karo, haya karo, speaker ko riha karo," "Be ashamed, release the speaker," said "Bijli chor, atta chor," or "Chini chor," electricity thieves, pork thieves, and sugar thieves. As the opposition members aggravated their protest, the Speaker put the bills before the House for a voice vote. After clubbing their clauses, instead of putting each clause before the House for a vote. When Babar Awan presented the CPEC Authority Bill 2020 and the Public-Private Partnership Authority Amendment Bill 2020, Parliamentary Secretary for Finance Zain Qureshi presented the Pakistan Single Window Bill 2020, which was also passed by the House within minutes. Later, Mr. Awan moved a motion seeking start of a general debate on the presidential address to the joint sitting of Parliament on August 20 last year. The Speaker gave the floor to Parliamentary Secretary for Commerce Alia Hamza Malik to open the debate, who started her speech with the opposition bashing. In her speech, she could not be heard clearly in the galleries due to noisy protest. Ms. Malik particularly targeted the Pakistan Muslim League, Nawaz, yeah, Muslim League Nawaz (PMLN) and its Vice President Maryam Nawaz. Referring to the last week's meeting of the PMLN's Parliament House, presided over by Maryam Nawaz, Ms. Malik said that an unelected member had made the parliamentarians hostage. She particularly lashed out at the opposition members and Ms. Nawaz for targeting Prime Minister Imran Khan's wife, Bushra Bibi, and his sister Alima Khan in their speeches, and questioned their act of dragging political personalities and whom into politics and women into politics. Ms. Malik was still on her legs when the Speaker abruptly adjourned the sitting till Tuesday evening today. The CPEC authority ordinance had been promulgated by President Dr. Arif Alvi on October 2019 before the visit of Prime Minister Khan to China. Later, the government had succeeded in getting another 120 extension, day extension, finally lapsed on May 31, 2020, as the government failed to get it passed from either of the two houses of parliament. Later, the government reintroduced the ordinance in the National Assembly in the form of bill in October last year. Earlier during the question hour, Minister for Finance and Revenue, Dr. Abdul Hafiz Sheikh, through a written reply to a question asked by MNA Hamid Hamid, informed the Assembly that an amount of rupees 11,250 480 11 billion 250 million 487,205 as donations contributions in the Supreme Court of Pakistan, and Prime Minister of Pakistan, the Amir Basha, and Mohammed Saddam Fund and fund and been deposited until November 17,000, 2020. An amount of rupees 1,709,316,344 as a profit on investments of the dams fund have also been received in the fund account, and the minister said. He also informed the House that rupees 155,785,486 for the fund had been collected through cellular companies. Furthermore, he said, Pakistan Railways had deposited rupees 17,603,883 in the dam fund account with respect to donation collected through sale of train tickets. The minister further said that so far no amount has been withdrawn from the dam's fund accounts maintained with the State Bank of Pakistan. And in the end, the formal request, if you have not yet, please subscribe our channel and press the like and bell button to get the fresh from us. Thank you for watching. Have a nice time and goodbye.